Hey, James. I've been thinking a lot lately about why people actually buy things? Like, it's not always just about the features or the price, is it? There's gotta be something else going on, deeper in our brains, right?
Absolutely, Emma. Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. It's not just about what you're selling, it's about how the human mind, perceives it. We're talking about leveraging cognitive biases in affiliate marketing, but, and this is crucial, doing it ethically. We're not about, well, manipulation here, are we? It's about genuine, authentic persuasion for sustainable growth, not just like a quick, dirty win.
Okay, that's really interesting. So, cognitive biases. I've heard that term, but what does that actually mean for us as affiliate marketers? Like, what does it look like in practice without being dodgy?
Right, so think of them as these little mental shortcuts our brains take to make decisions faster. They're hardwired, yeah? And when we understand them, we can actually structure our offers, our content, our calls to action in a way that, well, naturally resonates with how people already think and feel. It's about guiding them, not tricking them. The ethical part is key, because you're building long-term trust, aren't you? It's not just a one-off sale. We're talking about genuine value, truly helping people, but using these insights to present that value in the most compelling way possible.
Okay. I think I'm starting to get it. So, what's like a really common one that people might use even if they don't know they're using a bias?
Oh, right. Well, the first one that springs to mind for pretty much everyone is scarcity. That fear of missing out, FOMO. Everyone's seen it. Only X items left, or sale ends tonight. The thing is, many affiliates, well, they use it badly, or worse, fakely. And that erodes trust like nothing else, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've definitely seen that. Like a countdown timer that just resets or limited stock that seems to be like perpetually limited. That just makes me instantly distrust the whole thing?
Precisely. See, the ethical way to use scarcity is when it's genuinely genuine. If a product really has limited stock or an offer truly expires because the vendor's doing a special launch, then you communicate that clearly. You're not manufacturing scarcity, you're reflecting a real situation. People value what's rare, don't they? And the fear of losing an opportunity, well, that's a powerful motivator. But it has to be rooted in truth. It's the difference between yelling fire in a crowded room when there isn't one and calmly telling people about a real exit strategy before a minor incident escalates. It's about respect, really.
That makes so much sense. So, beyond scarcity, what's another one that's like really effective but often misused?
Ah, social proof. This is a massive one. We're herd animals, aren't we? If other people are doing it or saying it's good, we're far more inclined to believe it ourselves. Now, the common mistake is just throwing up, generic five-star ratings or anonymous testimonials that say, "Great product." That's not cutting it anymore.
Yeah, I totally skip over those. They just don't feel real. Like, I want to know who said it, why they said it, what problem it solved for them?
Exactly, exactly. The key is authentic social proof. We're talking about user-generated content, actual video testimonials, detailed case studies with names and pictures. Show the transformation, the results. You want to aim for diversity in your testimonials too, if possible. Don't just show one type of person. If your product appeals to different demographics or solves different problems, well, highlight that. It's like, if everyone else is wearing a fantastic jacket and they all look great in it, you're more likely to think, maybe I should try that jacket on. It's seeing others like you succeed, isn't it? That builds immense trust and credibility for what you're promoting.
Okay, that's really helpful. So, if I'm talking about a product, how do I convince someone of its value beyond just listing features, especially if it's a higher ticket item? I always struggle with that.
Right, that's where anchoring comes in. It's fascinating, this one. The human brain tends to rely heavily on the first piece of information offered, the anchor, when making decisions. So for a higher ticket item, you don't just hit them with the price up front, you build the value first.
Oh, so like you show them everything they could get, even if it's not what they're actually buying, and then like the actual price seems lower?
Precisely. You present the ideal, the full solution, the imagine if you had all of this scenario. You talk about the potential ROI, the time saved, the problem solved, the expertise gained. You stack that value up, make it enormous, even putting a theoretical price tag on each component. So when you eventually reveal the actual affiliate price, which is often a fraction of that perceived value, it feels like an absolute bargain, doesn't it? It's not about hiding the price, it's about making sure the perceived value is, anchored so high that the price becomes, secondary, almost an afterthought in comparison to the immense value they're getting. It completely shifts their perspective, it really does.
That's super smart. I can see how that would change things. What about giving things away first? Does that play into any of this psychology?
Ah, yes. That's the principle of reciprocity. It's deeply ingrained in us, isn't it? When someone gives you something, you instinctively feel a need to give back. In affiliate marketing, this means offering genuine, valuable content or resources without expecting an immediate sale. Think about it. Free guides, mini courses, useful templates, exclusive insights, anything that genuinely helps your audience solve a problem or learn something new before you ever ask for a purchase.
So it's like building good karma? Like I give them something useful, and then when I recommend a product, they're more like receptive?
Exactly. It's not just good karma, it's a powerful psychological trigger. You're building trust, credibility, and goodwill. You're demonstrating that you're genuinely there to help them, not just push a product. So when you do make an affiliate recommendation, it's viewed less as a sales pitch and more as a helpful suggestion from someone who has already, provided tangible value. They're more inclined to listen, to trust your judgment, and potentially reciprocate by considering your recommendations. It's fundamental to building a loyal audience, really. It sets you apart from those just, blasting links everywhere.
I really like that idea of giving first. It feels natural. What about making people feel like they already own something before they buy it? Is that like a thing?
Oh, absolutely, Emma. That's a fantastic question, and it speaks directly to the endowment effect. It's this fascinating bias where we tend to value something more simply because we perceive it as ours, or even could be ours. So for affiliates, the trick is to create that feeling of ownership, that connection before the actual purchase.
Okay, so how do you do that? Like, you can't just send them a product for free and then hope they pay for it, can you?
Well, not exactly in that way, no. But you can offer free trials, definitely, interactive demos that let them play with the software, or if it's a course, a sneak peek at a module or a worksheet from Lesson 1. For physical products, it could be highly detailed imagery, virtual try-ons, or really descriptive, immersive copy that helps them imagine using the product. The goal is to get them to envision their life with that product, how it fits into their routine, how it solves their specific problem. When they start to mentally integrate it, they become more attached, and the thought of not having it, that then becomes a loss, doesn't it? And people are incredibly averse to loss, which we'll probably get to later, actually.
That's so clever, the endowment effect. I hadn't really thought about it that way. What about when people already have an idea in their head, like a belief about something? Does that affect how they react to our recommendations?
Oh, absolutely, hugely. That's confirmation bias in action. People naturally seek out, interpret, and remember information that confirms their existing beliefs or ideas. So, as an affiliate, your job isn't to necessarily change their mind from scratch, but to align your messaging with what they already suspect or hope to be true.
So, if someone believes, say, that passive income is possible, I should talk about how this product helps them achieve that, rather than trying to convince them that passive income is real in the first place?
Precisely, Emma, precisely. You're not arguing, you're amplifying. You tailor your content, your stories, your examples to resonate with those pre-existing beliefs. If they believe a certain problem exists, you show how the product is the perfect solution they've been looking for. If they dream of a certain future, you show how the product is the vehicle to get there. It's about saying, yes, you're right to believe this, and here is the tool that validates and fulfills that belief. It makes your recommendation feel less like a hard sell and more like an insightful confirmation of their own thoughts and aspirations. It's incredibly powerful, especially with well-crafted, relatable stories that, speak directly to their internal narrative.
That totally makes sense. It's like meeting them where they are. What about how you present the information? Like, does it matter if I focus on what they gain versus what they avoid?
It absolutely matters. That's framing, you see. The way you phrase or present information can dramatically influence how it's perceived. It's not about changing the facts, but about, well, how you wrap those facts. So, framing a product by emphasizing its benefits, what they gain, versus just listing features is a classic example.
Okay, so instead of saying, this software has a built-in analytics dashboard, I'd say, like, gain crystal clear insights into your traffic so you can optimize your campaigns for maximum profit.
Spot on, Emma. Exactly. Or think about a fitness product. Instead of contains 30 resistance exercises, you'd frame it as achieve your dream physique in just 30 minutes a day. You're focusing on the positive outcome, the desired state, aren't you? You can also frame things by talking about avoiding a negative outcome. For example, instead of learn to budget effectively, it could be avoid the stress of living paycheck to paycheck. It really depends on your audience and the specific problem you're addressing. But the key is to be intentional about whether you're highlighting the gain or the avoidance of pain. That simple shift in language, well, it can make a colossal difference in how compelling your message is. It's all about directing their attention to the most appealing aspect,
That's really powerful. So, when you mentioned loss aversion earlier about how people hate losing things more than they love gaining them, how do we leverage that ethically? Because it sounds like it could easily go into like manipulative territory.
You're absolutely right to be cautious there, Emma. It's a razor's edge, this one. Loss aversion is incredibly potent. People are generally more motivated by the prospect of avoiding a loss than by the prospect of achieving an equivalent gain. Ethically, it's not about creating fake threats, but about highlighting genuine missed opportunities if they don't act. So, if a special bonus is genuinely expiring or a price is genuinely going up, you communicate that.
So, like telling them, if you don't jump on this training now, you'll miss out on learning X strategy that could double your income this year. That kind of thing?
Precisely. It's framing the decision around what they stand to lose, the solution to a pressing problem, the opportunity for growth, the specific benefit that will no longer be available. You're not saying, buy this or else. You're saying, here's this incredible pathway to solve your problem, and if you delay, you might miss your chance to secure it. It resonates deeply because we're wired to protect what we have, or what we could have. But always, always make sure the loss is genuine and transparent. It's about respectful urgency, isn't it? It's not about creating undue panic. It's about making sure they're aware of a real finite opportunity.
Wow, James, this has been so eye-opening. But I guess my big takeaway and my biggest question is how do we make sure we're always staying on that ethical side? Like, what's the line between persuasion and manipulation when you're using these really powerful psychological triggers?
That's the absolute crux of it, Emma. And frankly, it's what differentiates a true affiliate alchemist from, well, a charlatan. The line is defined by intent and transparency. Are you genuinely trying to help your audience by connecting them with a product that solves a real problem, or are you just trying to get a commission regardless of their actual needs?
So, like, if I truly believe in the product and I know it'll help them, then using these tactics is okay because my intention is good?
Exactly. If the product delivers real value and you're using these biases to simply present that value more effectively and compellingly, then you're on the right side of the line. You're not lying, you're not fabricating scarcity or social proof, you're not creating false hopes. You're guiding them towards a genuine solution they might otherwise overlook. Ethical scaling, remember. It's about building long-term trust, genuine relationships, and a reputation for integrity. Because ultimately, well, trust is the ultimate currency in affiliate marketing, isn't it? Without it, all these clever hacks, well, they're just temporary tricks that unravel rather quickly. They really